Hi there, I'm Tony Grossbeck. I teach middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade English at Rancho Solano Private Schools. And we're going to talk a little bit about the book talk assignment that we do in my class. Okay, so for overview, Abraham Lincoln said, "The best thing I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read." So we believe that books are a valuable resource and a great way to learn stuff. So, we're going to talk about those. There's a picture of him right there. Look at that guy. I'll party with that guy. To complete a book talk assignment, you must begin by finding a book of literary value, reading it, and forming an opinion about it. You'll then deftly shape this opinion into a 2 to 3 minute speech. Don't just write a plot summary, that's no good. You will present your opinions about the book to the class using your stellar presentation skills and nifty visual aid. Your job basically is to form an opinion, take a stance on the book, and then show the rest of us or tell the rest of us why you feel that way. Okay? That's basically thing in a nutshell. Now, important thing to remember, number one, this is the supplemental reading program. This is not the meat of the class. The idea behind a book talk is that you learn all the things in class and then you practice them on your book talk. Okay, so we talk about close reading, critical reading. We look for tone and symbolism and theme and things like that in class when we read novels together. And so on your book talks, that's your job to do that individually and practice those skills. Important thing to remember, number two, that there are really 4 goals to a book talk. 1, students will be expected to pursue and become familiar with literature of quality that's outside the curriculum. Really good books. I want you reading really good books. That's why I'm a little bit hard on you sometimes with the books that you select. And that's why I don't approve some. Also, you practice your high-order thinking skills by analyzing and evaluating the literature that you read, as an author and as a reader. You also get to do something artistic. We don't right now have art class in school, so this is an opportunity for you to express some artistic ability, some artistic talent, and to grow in that area and express it that way. Number 4, you'll practice your presentation skills, and you'll get really good at presenting. I want you to get to a point where you don't worry about presenting anymore, and it's super easy for you. And an important thing to remember, number 3, as part of a humanities class, we believe that visual art provides an opportunity for students to express and display their understanding, impressions, and knowledge about the content we cover. In doing so, we allow our students to process the concepts more thoroughly and appeal to multiple learning styles, thus anchoring the concepts covered in our curriculum. Read that over a couple times, see if you get it. It really just means that in an English class, we think that giving you an opportunity to express yourself through different media really gives you a chance to know the stuff that we're trying to teach, to really practice it in different ways, and it's through that we really cement that knowledge into your head. Okay, now let's look at the grading sheet to see how we're going to grade this assignment. It's right down there. There's 4 different categories: presentation, preparation, visual aid, and then the content and text requirement. And it's out of 40 points. So whatever score you get is going to be out of 40. And so for a presentation, you get a score out of 10, preparation, same, and so on. We're going to go into these in a little bit more detail, so I'm not going to talk about that too much, but that's actually a copy of the sheet that you will get back when you present a book talk. Now, presentation. Check this dude out. Nice. Okay. Anyway, presentation. A presentation grade is a reflection of your ability to engage with your audience. You want to connect to the people watching you deliver your book talk. Okay, you want your voice volume to go up and down. You want to be excited. You want to convey some enthusiasm about what you're saying. And the better that you do that, the better your score will be for presentation. All right? Posture is also a big part of that, the way you stand, the way you hold yourself on stage. This is basically your stage presence grade. Okay, now preparation. It's real simple. This is basically just the time that it spends. It needs to be between 2 and 3 minutes. And so I'll write your time down. I use a stopwatch. OnlineStopwatch.com is a great little resource for you. But it needs to be between 2 and 3 minutes for you to get your full points. The thought behind that, by the way, is that the only way to do that is really to practice. You have to practice to make sure that you get between 2 and 3 minutes. And after a while, you get kind of used to it. You know exactly how long it needs to be written. and then you get used to being between 2 and 3, and it's not that big a deal. Now, content. Here's a big one. Content should come, books should come from the list provided in class, but there are some that I will approve that are not necessarily on the list that's already written out for you. I want you to look at things like theme and mood, conflict, setting, characters, style, tone, a lot symbolism, a lot of the things that we talk about in class with literature. I want you to look for those things in your own books. There's a difference. This is a supplemental reading program, not a recreational reading program. Now, obviously, we want you to have fun. We want you to enjoy these novels. That's why you get to choose them. But this is not just for fun. You're actually going to be taking notes on them, and you're going to need to have a good sense of what you want to look for as you read. Okay. Now, your primary goal, this is your main job right here, is to discuss your opinion about the book and help the rest of us understand why you feel this way. Your argument, we call it argument in quotes because it's the statement, the position that you're taking, should include examples from the story to support your thoughts. That's how you use plot, is use examples, specific examples to prove that you're right. Okay, but this is your main job. Discuss your opinion and tell us why you feel that way. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Now, don't spoil the ending because there's some people in the class that probably will not have read the book by the time you do. All right. Following this along, the visual aid, the poster. Usually these are posters. They're 22 by 28 inches. That's the typical size of a poster board. It's not hard and fast. It can be, around that size. You can also, some kids have also done dioramas. You want to talk to me if you're going to do anything other than a poster, just to make sure that we can present it and it's going to look good and stuff. So you want to make sure that it has original artwork, completely original on there. Now you can, at times, cut stuff out and paste it onto your board, but you have to put it in such a way that it's creating something new from those pictures. Okay? Now remember that this is really fun, and hopefully you have a good time. You'll spend a lot of time on it because it's cool to do. It's only worth 25% of the book talk grade. A lot of kids, I think, they believe that the poster is like the whole project, and they neglect their speech, they neglect the other things, when really this is only 25%. So you want to make sure that you work on the other stuff too. Now you start with the board. You can talk about the climax or some setting or maybe some of the characters. Now, here's the things that I use to judge your board. The effort that you put into it is going to be pretty obvious to everybody. It's going to shine through. If you work really hard on it, even if it doesn't turn out the way you want to, we're all going to be able to tell that you worked really hard on it, and you covered a lot of the white space. You didn't leave anything there just because you were too lazy to fill it in. Second, you got to have the title of the book and the author's name. Those are a point each out of 10, so it's kind of a big deal. The visual aid also must be relevant to the story and useful to the presentation. So, you want to write your presentation first and then create the poster. That's the best way to do it. Here's a little video. Okay, now you can't really... I'm not sure if it's recording that volume, but if you look, you have Hugo Cabret. The invention of Hugo Cabret is the... I'm just going to turn it off. Is the name of this book here, and the author is down there in the right corner. That's Brian Selznick. So this is a good example of a book talk poster. Now, obviously, this student did a great job. They have some artistic talent. This one's from a younger student. Did a good job. There's some blank spots left on there, but it does have the title and the author's name on there. This one is for a book called The Help, and this student took a lot of extra time. A lot of time, made it very clean. All the lines on it are very sharp, and it's well executed. Everything is very neat. It's just very well done. It shows a lot of attention. So all three of these posters actually got full score. They got 10s out of 10. So that's why I decided to show those to you. Now, the one thing is, we'll end with a little saying from Confucius. He said, "You cannot open a book without learning something," and that's the end. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps clear that up.